What is up, Budget Builders? My name is Trell, and we have some good news to share with you today. It appears that Congress has averted another economic cliffhanger. This is in regards to the potential railroad strike that was about to happen, which would send our economy into a downfall spiral and bring more disaster to our economy. But it does look like a solution is on the table right now to avert it from happening. In addition, the Fed came out on Wednesday with some mild good news. Sounds like they will lay off a little bit on the aggressive interest rate hikes for the month of December. And last but not least, we have some updated news regarding the former president. A battle that he has been avoiding for many years has now come to an end, and he is not at all happy about it. But the Democrats are. But anyways, before we get started, you already know what to do. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, as well as hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Real quick, guys, I wanted to tell you about the promotion with Rakuten that is going on right now, and today is the last day. Rakuten is a cashback website that offers you free money, cashback after shopping at most popular stores around. And as you can see right here on the screen, that right now they are offering 15% cash back at stores like Nike, Macy's, and Adidas is now offering 20% as well. Those are just a few examples, but this is literally free money while shopping at your favorite stores that you already plan on buying stuff, especially for the Christmas season. This promotion right now is going to give new customers $40 cash back after signing up and using it for the first time. I use this site very often, especially right now during the Christmas season, as well as during Black Friday. But anyways, guys, sign up today and get your free $40 cash back after you make your first purchase. Again, don't forget, today is the last day, December the 1st. But anyways, if you are interested, that link will be down below. Happy December the 1st, guys, but starting off with some tragic news. There were some storms, guys, that ended up leaving 2 people dead. Yes, it says the 2 dead after storms fueled by record high temperatures hit the southern areas, leaving thousands without power. Yes, at least 2 people died after a tree crunched their mobile home during storms that ravaged the South, damaging homes, destroying a fire station, trampling people in a grocery store, and ripping the roofs off an apartment complex. According to authorities, that happened on Wednesday. The National Weather Service had warned that strong twisters were capable of carving out communities over long distances where possible as the storm front moved eastward from Texas. They were fueled by record high temperatures and threatened a stretch of the United States where more than 25 million people actually live at. A total of 73 tornado warnings and I-20 severe thunderstorm warnings were issued from Tuesday afternoon to Wednesday morning, according to meteorologists at the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. So again, guys, like I said, there were some storms down in the South area where I live, in the Texas area. Not necessarily where I live, but anyways, guys, we definitely want to be mindful of those 2 individuals as well as their families. We definitely want to continue to keep them in our prayers during the meantime, and hopefully we don't have any more tornadoes striking up over the next weeks or so, or even this year, guys. We are entering into December, and it is time for Christmas, guys. We are hoping for a white Christmas with some snow on the ground, at least us in Texas. I know some of you out there live in other areas where you receive tons and tons of snow, but if you want to, go ahead and send me an invite. I will definitely love to come. But anyways, guys, moving on. Hey, we did hear from the Fed chairman on Wednesday, in which we did hear somewhat of some good news. The Fed chair, Jerome Powell, says that smaller interest rate hikes could actually start in December. This was perceived as some good news, especially as the stock market perceived it as some good news, because the stock market ended up going up more than 700 points, guys, to close on a huge weekly breakout on the charts. So that is definitely some good news. But Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell confirmed on Wednesday that smaller interest rate hikes increases are likely ahead and could start sometime in December. But he cautioned that monetary policy is likely to stay restrictive for some time until real signs of progress emerge on the inflation crisis. He said in a statement that, look, we will stay the course until the job is done. So again, guys, like I said, he is not necessarily cutting out interest rate hikes, but he is kind of pausing the aggressiveness that he has done over the past 2 to 3 months or so. So that is definitely some good news, guys, because we all know that these interest rate hikes has pretty much been sending us into a recession, and we do not need a recession, guys, even though a majority of Americans, as well as a lot of politicians, are saying that we are already in a recession right now, guys, with the inflation, with the gas prices, with the prices of goods and services at the grocery stores as well. Things are still looking very bad for the U.S. economy. So hopefully, guys, this pause of the interest rate hikes does do a little bit of good. And hopefully, once we receive these inflation numbers that are going to be coming out in less than 48 hours, we are going to hope and pray that this inflation numbers continue to go down like they did for the month of October. So hopefully our report for the month of November shows us that inflation is actually coming down. That will be very, very good news for the American people as well as for the U.S. economy. I'll keep you guys posted as usual. Moving on, guys. Hey, we did see that Hakeem Jeffries has officially been elected to replace the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi as the House Democratic leader in the next Congress. Yes, guys, we all know that Nancy Pelosi is very powerful in Congress, and she has been in Congress for about 3 decades or so, and she is sitting at around 82 years old. And yes, guys, she is pretty much the first female House Speaker that we have ever seen, guys, and pretty much the last one as well. But she is being replaced, and this is intentional, not necessarily because she's been kicked out or fired or anything like that, but the Democrats have announced that Hakeem Jeffries will be taking the place of Nancy Pelosi as the leader of the House. So again, guys, it says right here that House Democrats voted on Wednesday to make Representative Hakeem Jeffries their leader to the next Congress, replacing 82-year-old Nancy Pelosi. Jeffries won the post in an uncontested election after Pelosi and the 2 other incumbent members of the Democratic leadership, Majority Leader Steny Hoyer and Majority Whip Jim Clyburn, opted to step down. Jeffries, which is a 52-year-old New Yorker, will be the first African-American to serve as House Democratic leader. And in a statement from Jeffries, he said that leadership is incredibly important. When we get an opportunity as diverse leaders to serve in positions of consequence, the most meaningful thing that we can do in that space is an incredibly good job. So again, kudos to him. I don't know necessarily much about him, but he is going to lead the Democrats in the Congress as of now. So kudos to him. Moving on, guys, we did get a little information from the IRS in which it looks like they have now given the tax returns of the former President Donald Trump to the House committee. Guys, this is something that Donald Trump has been trying to prevent for years from anyone getting a hold of his tax returns, which a lot of Americans believe that he has been cheating the tax system using a lot of the loopholes in regards to evading and avoiding paying his fair share of paying his taxes. And it looks like he has finally lost that battle. Right here it says that this has been a 3-year battle, but guys, I believe it has been much longer than that. I mean, the Democrats themselves have been trying to get a hold of his tax returns ever since he ran for the president back in 2016. And now it looks like people are going to be able to see this. They're going to see exactly what is included in his tax returns, which this is going to be very telling, guys, especially as he is trying to run for the 2024 presidential election. And right here it says that the House and Ways and Means Committee has obtained years worth of federal income tax returns of the former President Donald Trump a week after the Supreme Court rejected his effort to block that Democratic-controlled panel from getting those records from the IRS. Now, the committee has been seeking Trump's tax returns since 2019 when he was still the president, and Trump broke decades of tradition by refusing to publicly release his tax returns once he became or while he was in running for the president. And yes, guys, the IRS has given 6 years of former President Donald Trump's federal income tax returns to the House Ways and Means Committee, a week after the Supreme Court rejected his potential effort to block this from happening. And yes, guys, the Treasury Department actually spoke on this to NBC News and said that, look, Treasury has compiled with last week's court decision. The Treasury Department is the parent of the Internal Revenue Service, and the Ways and Means Committee has said it wanted copies of Trump's returns and the tax returns of several Trump legal entities for an inquiry into how the IRS audits presidential tax returns. By law, the tax agency audits the returns of a sitting president every single year. So guys, what do you think about this? Do you think that this is going to be very damning news for the former president? Or do you think that he doesn't necessarily have anything to worry about? Let me know how you feel about this down below in the comment section, guys. I'm curious to see what you think about this. But me, myself, I believe that Trump has been hiding something. I believe that it is going to be big. It is going to be very huge. But I don't necessarily know the facts, guys. But that is just my inkling. And I'm really excited to see what's in these tax returns as well. Because if you question yourselves, guys, why would you want to hide this? I mean, all the former presidents have shown their tax returns just as it has been customary, but it is not required. But they have went ahead and shown their tax returns in the past, except for this particular president, Donald Trump. So I'm curious to see exactly what he did not want the public to see in his tax returns, guys. But let me know what you think about this down below in the comment section, guys, and we'll talk about this later. Also, in regards to the former president Donald Trump, the House committee, the January 6th committee members, is planning on meeting on Friday on the potential of criminal recommendations to the Department of Justice. It says right here that the panel has already urged the Justice Department to prosecute 4 Trump aides for contempt of Congress. But these additional referrals could potentially target officials, including Donald Trump himself. Yes, guys, this is crazy. The House panel investigating the Capitol attack on January the 6th, 2021 will meet in a private meeting on Friday to discuss potential urging the Justice Department to pursue criminal charges against Donald Trump and others and potential civil complaints against lawyers who allegedly behave unethically, lawmakers said on Wednesday. Now, the possible recommendation will come from a subcommittee of 4 lawyers on 9-member panel, and the group is developing recommendations for possible criminal referrals to the Justice Department or civil referrals to state bar associations. But no decisions have been made thus far, according to the information that we have thus far. Now, Representative Raskin said that, look, we just want to make sure that nothing falls between the cracks. We want to make sure that the committee is empathetic, that those crimes that are of sufficient gravity, that the one branch of government essentially needs to tell another about it. The closed committee meeting coming on Friday as the panel drafts its final report about its investigation on January the 6th. Now, the committee expires December the 31st, and the chairman, Representative Benny Thompson, said he expects the report to be released by Christmas. He said that the committee reaches a consensus. The report will consist of 8 chapters. So again, guys, this could be even more bad news for the former president Donald Trump, in which they could determine whether or not to charge him. Now, they can't necessarily say that they will charge him, but they can make the recommendation to the Department of Justice, and then they have to make the final decision as well, guys. But they have to produce this particular report and evidence to the DOJ first, and then all of the final decisions will be made at that particular time, guys. So, guys, I didn't necessarily think this would go this far, but it looks like it actually has. And, guys, we'll just have to see how this all plays out. I know it is very eerie that this is in regards to a former president. But again, guys, it is true. It is happening, guys. It doesn't matter whether you are a Republican or you're a Democrat. It doesn't matter at all, because this is the reality. Now, whether or not he is officially charged, we still don't know if they want to pull that trigger or not. But it sounds like we should find out sometime this month, guys. And according to this, we could find out before Christmas. But again, guys, I will keep you posted on that information as we find out more. But moving on, guys, we do want to talk about the potential strike that was about to happen in regards to the railroad. Those railroad individuals, those employees that are trying to fight for their dignity, trying to fight for what is justice in accordance to what they deserve as employees. And yes, guys, previously, a couple of days ago, the rail union had put out an official statement that said that, look, we don't want to strike. We do not want to strike, guys. We just want what is just for us, just like every other American. That is exactly what we are fighting for. But if you don't give us that, we are definitely going to go on strike, and the economy is going to suffer from it. So guys, like I said, that came out a couple of days ago. But guys, as of yesterday, it looks like we do have a bit of good information, and that is because the House has officially passed legislation to avert an economically devastating railroad strike. Yes, guys, as you can see right here in the picture, Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, as well as the House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, they're standing in front of a podium in regards to this potential railroad strike. Now, on Wednesday, guys, the House passed legislation to avert a nationwide railroad strike that President Biden warned earlier this week that could hurt millions of other working people and families as well. The legislation now heads to the Senate because it just passed in the House, but this is the time where it is ticking before the December the 9th deadline, which is approaching, guys. Today is December the 1st, and the earliest date railroad worker could strike if an agreement is not reached. This could happen by December the 9th, guys, if they don't reach an agreement, which means that the Senate has to pass this very, very soon, guys. But again, guys, this is the first measure on a tentative agreement passed in the 290 to 137 vote. 8 Democrats and 129 Republicans voted against the bill. One of the two measures passed on Wednesday includes 7 paid sick days for railroad employees, a key sticking point for workers, lobby members, and progressive lawmakers. The resolution passed in a 221 to 207 vote, mainly along party lines. In a statement from President Biden, he said that, look, I am grateful to House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and House Democrats and the Republicans for taking urgent action to prevent a railroad shutdown. This is what President Biden said. Now, the Senate, as of now, they must act very urgently, he said, as well as, let me say this again, he said, without action this week, disruptions to our auto supply chains, our ability to move food to tables, and our ability to remove hazardous waste from gasoline refineries will begin. Yes, guys, the Senate must move quickly and send this bill to my desk for my signature immediately, according to President Biden. It sounds like he is very excited about this, which obviously he doesn't necessarily want the economy to tank again under his watch, especially as his approval ratings are continuously going down. And I believe they are sitting at around 42% right now. But again, guys, this is some very good news because, like it says in this article, guys, a railroad strike could harm millions and millions of Americans in this country. And you might not necessarily see the effects directly to you, but you will, guys, because if the railroads are not able to push food from different states to other states, guys, these prices at the grocery stores could actually skyrocket, going up more than 100% because of supply and demand. So again, guys, I urge you guys, this is very important, guys, that they do not have a railroad strike, guys. So we are going to hope and keep our fingers crossed that the Senate does pass this bill and go ahead and send it on over to President Biden for him to sign it, because if they don't, guys, we could see a huge strike starting around December the 9th, and that could cause huge economic tragedy for the U.S. economy as well as millions of Americans. So again, guys, we are definitely excited about this, and hopefully that they get this thing done before the end of this week. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Well, anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. But feel free to check out some of the items down below, because it is a great way for you to support this channel, as well as some other offers that offer you free money, free cash, or even how you can receive 12 free stocks with Webull after depositing just $1. Again, if you are interested, those links will be down below. But anyways, guys, hey, if you enjoyed today's content and you want to see more, go ahead, subscribe to the channel right now. It's totally free. And if you like today's video, go ahead and hit the like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.